What up? Back working on the Jimny. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, because I am. The Jimny, as you saw in the last video, is 100% fixed right now. I'm ready to go. I actually went to Harbor Freight off camera, bought this little terminal set right here. We used the wire, we reused this, got a new one of these, new little connector down there, and now I think the keys are already in here. No, they're not, but now the car starts right up. No hesitation, no nothing. Gotta love it. But before we jump the gun, the Jimny isn't 100% ready. I still do need a new alternator belt, so that's actually already ordered. That should be here sometime next week. I ordered it from Japan. And then in the meantime, like I've been saying, since I don't want to drive the car too much, I just want to freshen it up. So that's what we're gonna do in today's video. I want to hope that it doesn't rain too much and I'm able to do some sound deadening today. And then I ordered a new one of these, because as you can see, like with really no force, the whole thing is just brittle and trash. So we're gonna replace this guy. And I believe the kit total, I'm gonna put on the screen right now, was like $30. So this is from a Samurai, and then this is from a Samurai. I didn't even really need this because mine is perfectly fine, but it kind of looks cool that now I'm gonna have two, you know, completely new bottles. Like, look at the color difference. So that's gonna be a nice little engine refresh. And to change that, you just gotta unplug this, pop this little cap off right now, and then slide it up. Boom. Oh wow. I was just doing this and nothing was happening. I was like, what's going on? And then I saw the lights turn on. Right hand drive life. Hey, now let's button it up. And this one again is pretty easy to take off. There's just a screw right there, screw right there. Then you get a little flat to pop the little motor off, and then you're ready to go. But anyways, what we're gonna do right now is sound deaden the entire interior. So I've done this to both K cars I had. I did it to my K van. My whole K van, from the trunk to the front of the car, all has sound deadening. It makes a world difference. But that's mostly because the engine is under my seat. In this situation, the engine is right here, so it isn't as loud and as noisy, but I know that sound deadening in a 25+ car will make a huge difference. So my goal really is just to get all of back here done. It's actually going to be pretty easy because I can just take off this carpet and then boom, that's already kind of my sound deadening. But I'm going to put all of back here, and then I want to get on the floor wells as well. So I want to get all under here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take the seats out to put this little patch right here. I feel like it's not that serious, but I definitely want to get all under here, all of that, all of there, probably around the shifter, and on that side as well. So that's something I feel like is gonna make a big difference. I don't know if the camera is gonna tell you the difference, but on everyday driving and just, you know, just trust me, it's gonna make a big difference. This car weighs nothing. It's bare thin metal. Sound deadening, trust me. I'm gonna put the link in the description. It's worth it. So I was gonna say, step one is to move all your interior trim pieces, get everything nice and clean, and then take out your sound deadening. But apparently all I have is this one little sheet left. I thought I had a lot more left over in this box. So this video is gonna have to continue another time. So I catch you guys whenever I order the new sound deadening. And we're back. So shout out to Noico. We got our sounding in the mail. If you're watching this video, I think you guys should send me some free ones by now. It's the 4th car I'm doing. I did the Hijet, the Carry, the Bravo, and now we're doing the Jimny. And I feel like sound deadening, to each his own. Me personally, I think it's one of the cheapest, again, most effective mods you can do in your car for 40 bucks, especially when it comes to K cars, Miatas. If you have a newer car, obviously they spend a lot of money getting sound deadening, but a car like this is just, it's metal on metal. So if I can make my drive a little more practical, a little more enjoyable, a little quieter, even with the engine up there. I know this isn't a K car with the engine up here or back here. Still, I feel like for 40 bucks, you can't beat this. And when it comes to install, our goal is really just to expose as much metal as possible. So I'm gonna move both seats up, flip this guy, and then you kind of have your base for the back. You know what I mean? All we gotta do now is pull this back. We're gonna put sound deadening all over here. We're gonna cut little slips. If there's any like air pockets, like right here, I'm gonna cut a circle right there. So that's still functional. That's still functional. I don't think there's any of these on this side. This we could just completely cover up. This is basically our sound deadening right here from 1993. Really doing nothing. You could keep it there if you want. You could take it off. But let's remove this side. Again, there's really no function here. So we can kind of just push this all back. Put it right there like that. I'm gonna sweep all this up, vacuum this, get all this dirt off, and then we can start putting our sound deadening. This really shouldn't take you more than an hour, especially a small car like this. This is super easy. I think the front might be a little harder, but let's get the show started. Next step, let's take off these two little side clips. They're not really doing us any good, and you can see again, it's just a really thin little piece of cardboard, I would say. And here's how it sounds. I'm gonna do it before and after I put some sound deadening in the spot, but you can see it's really just bare metal. It's gonna make a large difference, I'm telling you. Now that we have all back here nice and clean, our goal is to take one of our sheets and just use the whole thing. I don't really like cutting mine too much and having it look like patchwork back here, so a sheet like this is literally perfect. Like that, I can put down exactly like that, and then I'll put a thin sheet right here. That way I can still have this fully functional. And then again, we'll get a thin sheet there, and then here we'll do like a little bit of work because we have to cut holes for all these to still be functional up here. But it's gonna be pretty straightforward. I'm gonna take this off right now, show you guys how to do it, especially one like this where it's perfect. You kind of want to just get it like that. Kind of need two hands for this. Hold on. All right, so let's take our sound deadening. I want to do it as far back as I can because I want it to look like this up here. I want these to be fully functional, so I'm gonna push them back a little more. That way it can kind of stop right where this little indent is. All right, now you have it down. You just want to kind of press it by hand right now. There's a little clip here. I'm not sure what this does, but I'm gonna cut a hole right here, and that's how that looks. So this hook is still, again, fully functional. It lines up something there. Maybe it doesn't do anything, maybe it does, but either way, it is fully functional. So what we're gonna do now is take our little rollers. Again, I got all this stuff from Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. And then you really just want to flatten it out, basically. Our goal is to just roll it in, all these little indents. Let me see if the camera can pick it up. So you see those little indents? When you take the roller, that's how when it really sticks. You kind of see the difference between this little roll right here and then the embossed version. So really just want to roll this in nice and tight, take your time. And now let's time lapse all of this. All right, so now that the middle's done, we're gonna grab another sheet and we wanna repeat the same exact process. So here I'm gonna cut a little slit where this door piece goes, and then I'll push it in there, push it in very little right there, cut straight down, and then this side will be done. I'll repeat on that side. And then the harder part, I guess, will be up here because I wanna kind of cover all of this while still getting this. So maybe I do a piece like this and just bend it completely down, but we'll do the easiest stuff first, which is just the straight flat stuff. So here's where we're at right now. You can kind of see everything is basically done on this side. I just have to cover all this up, but I'm running out of sheets, so I want to do the front before I have to worry about here and here. So we're gonna work on the front right now, but here's how everything should look, and then I'll do a quick little sound test for you guys. Now compare that to, and it may not sound like significant, but trust me, on everyday use, again, for 60 bucks in an hour, 2 hours of your time, I mean, is there really a better upgrade? Like, it's like it's not even close. Now let's get under the seats, and I want to do the floor wells, and I guess back here as well. I feel like I might as well just do all this too. Yeah, I'll do all down here, all down there, behind the e-brake, and we'll finish it off right there. I was gonna say, did someone carve their name right here? It says YAO or box, or does every car have that? That looks pretty crazy. So I'm gonna do the same thing like the other side. I'm just gonna put one large flat sheet right here. Like I said before, luckily it isn't like the Suzuki Carrier that I had to hide out. Even my Bravo really, where the engine is under the seat. So me putting here is kind of just, I mean, all the sound deadening and realistically is all just being extra, but I do feel like it's gonna have some impact with just your daily, everyday use. It's one of those things where it isn't like a radio. It's kind of like a strut bar where like it's just there, but you know it's making a difference. So I'm gonna put one large sheet right there. Make sure to not cover up these two little things right here. I believe this is where the water goes. And then we'll be done with this side. Again, pretty simple. All right, so here's about 3/5 of a sheet. I gotta cut a little spot for here, there, and this mounting point that is right there. That's gonna connect the carpet, and then that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put one little sheet on here as well, just to add a little to it, and then we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So the passenger side is always a little more complicated because it always has that little dip in comparison to that side that doesn't have that much room. But we're gonna try to do the same exact thing. I don't really want to curve too much. So I'll start it right there. There's a mounting point right there. Now we want to remember all our mounting points. So there's one right here. Gotta have that exposed. And then the 2 holes. So there's one right here. Place it all down with your hand. We gotta get our rollers. And just like that, we're done. We got this side complete, this side complete. This one's a little more patchy because I was running out of material, but I did this entire car with the 18 square feet set, which is only like 35 bucks. So to make your car quieter, make it a better little daily driver, I feel like $35, you really can't beat that. Honestly, when it comes to sound deadening, it depends on the person and how much you really want to do. Like if I really wanted to go crazy, I would have took out the complete seats, took out all the carpet, and got every single nook and cranny. I would have put some down here, some all of here, just all over the car. Maybe even take out the door cards, put some down there, because that makes a big difference as well. But on this car, I mean, maybe I'll do it in the future, but as of right now, I just want to start driving it and enjoying it. Like for the Bravo, I put sound deadening all over the place. So all over here, all over here. I mean, I can show you guys a little bit. So from this part of the car to this part of the car, all of this has sound deadening. And then remember, my engine is right here, so I even have sound deadening, and this is for blocking out heat. So after long drives, when I first got the car, after like an hour, the car would start, like my seat would feel like heated seats is on max right now. So after I did this, and after I did this down here, I drove all the way to Delaware. My seat didn't get hot at all. It was just a-okay. So cars like this, you have a Suzuki, you have any car really with the engine under the seat, sound deadening, like not even an option in my opinion. You have to do it. Well, let me grab all the interior pieces back. I'll put it back on the car. You won't even be able to tell. That's why I like Noico, because it's black. Like, of course, there's Deadener and a lot of other brands, but I just feel like silver just makes the car look weird in my opinion. Like, it's too bright. Black, you don't even realize. We can end this video here. Everything back to normal. Pull this down. And there you have it. Some sound deadening for your Jimny. Peace out.